Opa! Welcome everybody to Stavvy's World. 904-800-STAV. Call in. We'll solve all your problems. We have two stone cold favorites of the podcast. Sir Tollemache and Joe List. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
I have to be up there with the most frequented guests, right?
You're up there. You're one. Yeah.
Who's higher?
I don't know.
What is their name? I want it.
It might be you.
It's got to be.
It's probably
like
Joe,
I'm
right?
Is this number 4 maybe that you've
Four.
done?
I feel like I've been here
Maybe
fucking
5?
3 days of my life. I was here with Bobby.
Yeah. We got to do that again. Thanksgiving.
Oh, is that
Bank
right?
that. I say we make that a tradition.
Can we smoke again?
I don't know. It smelled like shit in here for like 3 months.
I could not believe you let us smoke.
I didn't consider. I was like, it's like weed. It'll be gone in like because I've only smoked cigars at Bobby's house. He doesn't seem to give a fuck. Or in like a lounge where it just kind of always smells like cigars.
Yeah.
But I should have known something was wrong because when I said yes, you just like I saw a look on your face. I was like,
really?
Don't fuck this up. Yeah. It was like don't say anything.
Are you serious, Clark?
I could see on like a party it was a friend wanted to be like, don't do this
you
for
shouldn't
yourself.
do it. I mean, 3 cigars in a house is crazy.
we didn't fan it. We didn't ventilate it. This window's closed.
Cigar bars have like smoke eaters. They have like machines.
I
that are
know.
sucking
No,
the
it
smoke
smelled
out.
horrific in here for 4 months afterwards, but it was fun.
I also did it with Ronan, and I think I did 2 solos. So this is my 5th at least.
At least.
I think 6th.
All right.
Possibly.
We
I have the Are You Garbage crown, so I just want to have as many.
You have
crowns
the Are You
as I can
Garbage
have.
crown,
Oh,
too,
yeah.
huh?
A tracksuit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many have you been on there? Now I want that. I've been there a
think
good amount.
8 times or something.
Oh,
like that.
wow. You've crushed me. Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Oh, good
Wow.
news.
All right. All right. Well, this is your second time, Sarah. Thanks for coming.
Thanks
You
for
know?
having me
Yeah.
with my husband.
Forgot Sarah was here. Yeah, this is our big day. We have a babysitter right now.
Yeah.
I know.
I fingered her in the Uber.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm happy for that.
I was sleeping.
I was bouncing bits and she snoozed off, so I fingered her.
Yes, easily the #1 couple in Stavvy's world history.
Right.
Gotta
Without
be.
question.
Well, we're gunning for the power couple of comedy.
I love that.
I don't know who we're competing with, though.
Rich and Bonnie.
That's easy.
Yep, done. Done and done. Next.
Who else is there?
We'll just give it to you for now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's been a bunch, but they all break up.
Yeah, you guys have some staying power.
Yeah.
And you've got a baby and herpes between you.
Yeah.
Right.
That's 2 really strong bonds.
I just Joe has herpes.
Right.
As far as we know, Sarah has not been
far as-
contaminated.
All right, I'm just saying
It's
you're not
very
doing.
dormant in me.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, she never has outbreaks. It's just really frustrating.
Right.
He's trying so hard.
My guess is you're not doing too much testing. That's what.
Right.
That's a don't really need to know type situation.
Oh, yeah. At
Don't
this
ask, don't
point,
tell.
well, because it's not like I'm out there,
Right.
you know. So
Right.
it's
Hey,
like,
what do you do if she starts getting really vehemently testing, seeing, you know, there's
Yeah.
like,
What's going on? Why are you so concerned?
Well, I like that Joe's so vocal about it because it makes
Yes.
me realize, I never have to worry about him. Hopefully cheating.
Right.
Well, except for
But,
all the
you
girls
know,
with herpes.
that never stops.
Right.
That
Yeah,
never
yeah.
stops a guy, though.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, well, and I can all the women with herpes I can fuck.
Some of
Right.
the biggest whores of all time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, there's too much. There is too much stigma, but at the same time, definitely some of the sluttiest people do have herpes. Some people that shouldn't have it, but then certainly, you know,
You don't have
Right.
it,
I don't have it.
Eldest?
I don't think so.
Wow,
We've
you guys
talked-
want it?
Yeah, we'll suck you off right here.
Well, I always like.
Yeah, let me pull my pants down.
Let's compare hogs. I think I just have a couple ingrown hairs that I thought were herpes
Right.
once. You know.
Well, Joe ends up being the beacon for comics to be like, hey, what does
Right.
it look like?
Oh, do you have you
I've
gotten a lot of
seen
texts?
so many dicks. Like every 40, I have more dick pics than fucking any woman comics ever gotten. It's like, what do they think this is? And I'm like, I got like a monocle out, and I'm like, no, that's just a rash.
You
And-
lied about having herpes to see everybody's cock.
That's not bad.
The long game.
And then I had warts too. I had warts and herpes.
He had
same time.
warts. Yeah.
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 Who hasn't?
I haven't.
Did I have
somehow.
warts? I don't think I had warts.
What did they burn off your cock?
It didn't
Oh,
burn
yeah,
it off.
thrush.
I had a yeast infection on my dick.
Right.
That was fucked
Dude
up.
gets a yeast
I
infection.
know. Just truly the most vaginal disease in your cock possible.
Do you have menopause too? You fucking homo.
Get his ass.
No.
Speaking of, I didn't realize you lightened your hair on vacation, Eldest.
I noticed right away.
I know that
just
is.
very-
I felt kind of bad.
A lot of people have noticed, even people who I like barely see, that it like kind of surprised me.
Interesting.
I got some like leave-in hair lightener when I was at a surf shop at the beach a couple weeks ago.
Vacation Sula.
I was like spraying it on heavy as fuck for a few days. I didn't think it would really do shit. Then like one day, like I got back to New York and I looked in the mirror and I was like, "Holy fuck, this looks red. I need to chill on
Yeah,
this."
you look like a redhead. You didn't notice
Yeah.
that? He's
I
a redhead. He looks
didn't,
like
no.
fucking Santino.
I guess it doesn't look that different to me. What can I say?
He's a
Yeah.
better looking Andrew Santino.
Yeah, absolutely. It does. Your hair is the same color as your face. Maybe that's why I didn't notice. The red just blends in seamlessly.
I stopped. I thought it'd be kind of fun to like have blonder hair or something, but then I was like, God, my beard is always so thick. Like I hate that shitty like bleach contrast with like dark beard look. So I
was
hit
the
the
issue.
brakes hard on that shit.
You did have as a this guy, very cute baby, very cute young man. He had bleach blonde, very blonde hair, a shock of blonde hair,
Yeah.
chubby cheeks. You were a cute kid, man.
Thanks, man.
Hit by a car when he was 6.
Oh, that's
I remember
hot.
that.
Survived?
Yeah.
I remember that's how long we've been friends. I remember hearing about that happening in kindergarten. Like I remember being like, "Where's Eldest?" Oh, he got hit by a car. We were like, "Fuck, Eldest is dead." Like, as a kid, you don't think of getting hit by a car as something you bounce back from, you know.
Right, yeah.
But you did it, man.
Yeah, that was fucked, but it
Did
wasn't
you-
such a big deal.
Wasn't it
Got
just
more.
Wasn't it just you
I
crossing
was-
the street?
I was like crossing the street with my grandma. She was holding my bike, and I didn't want to wait for like traffic to stop, so I tried to cross it by myself. I just got hit by like some convertible. I woke up on the curb like my sister was crying into like some stranger's arms. There was like an ambulance around me and shit. But I feel like I was out of there in like a night, you know.
Nice,
I was just
dude.
at the
Oh,
hospital.
so it
for a
wasn't
night.
that hard of a
that
hit.
thick
unless
Albanian
it-
skull?
Right.
It knocked the wind out of me. I like passed out.
The wind. It's a fucking car.
I mean, or like, however you
Soccer
fucking
ball.
see
You're
it.
like Superman.
That's great.
Yeah,
Maybe
Strong.
you're a superhero.
Strong
I
stock.
think so.
Yeah, who's a podcast producer.
Yeah, that's what
right.
superheroes go on to
Another
do.
day job.
I gotta keep the low key day job so you know I could do the crazy shit at night.
Yep. So you can have your yeast infection, man. Every time you have a yeast infection, you have the powers of Superman, but your cock has to be fucking all moist and I don't even know.
It's got to be a sweltering summer.
You're just adding fucking crescent rolls to your fucking boxer briefs to get powers.
Stavvy, is that finger? Is that from when we were talking on the phone?
We were talking on the phone, and I sliced my finger deep. It was bad, dude. I didn't need to get stitches, but after we talked, I went to urgent care.
Oh, you did? Wow.
I was holding my finger. I was holding my finger, and it wouldn't stop bleeding for an hour and a half. I was like, and I took it out. I was like, all right, this is pretty bad. I should go. And then the lady started working on it. I couldn't feel it. I was like, she started like going crazy on it, and I felt nothing. I was like,
Oh,
oh
God.
fuck. Am I about to lose this fucking shit? Because I wanted even zucchini slices on a mandolin. I was cutting zucchinis and potatoes to
Mandolins are like a death box.
I play the mandolin.
the Captain Corelli's mandolin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's also an instrument.
It's an instrument. It's also the
A
slicer.
to get even
Even,
cucumbers. And,
yes, zucchinis in my case, and
Yes.
potatoes.
I would have loved if you lost your finger like Jerry Garcia. Fucking,
Dude, it was it was gnarly too. When I
Oh.
took it out, it was like half of it was just white.
Ugh.
And it's like, and you could like squish you could see the meat like when I squished it. It was like I could see into my finger. It was so fucked up.
so no stitch?
No stitch because it just kind of sliced right at the nail
yeah.
bed. So it was like I sliced the meat off the. Oh, it was bad. But you know, I'm persevering.
And you stayed on the
Yeah,
phone.
you did.
Stayed on the phone because it was one of those where, oh, this isn't a big deal. Haha. If I'm talking on the phone, there's no way I've made a huge error that could fuck my finger up forever.
Right.
It was like
damn.
being like I played when I tore my plantar fascia.
Yeah.
I stayed in the basketball game at the Skanks Fest Memorial podcasters basketball tournament because I wanted to pretend I was fine.
Right.
And I remember telling people like, all right, I'm going to go ice this. I'll see you guys later. And then I got and then I like left and the like adrenaline wore off and I was just like, ah! And I just was in here for 6 weeks. I didn't leave this apartment for 6 weeks. It was brutal. But yeah, dude. Tough slice.
You're doing it.
I'm bouncing back. It's all right.
Yeah, you look great.
Yeah.
You're all
you.
cleaned up.
I know. I'm experimenting with something new, you know.
I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Make it easy, Sarah. Easy.
Yeah, thanks, Sarah.
Jesus.
You know, I don't have herpes either.
Switch seats.
Yeah, but then Joe's like, she's old though. She's old.
Yeah,
Which
she's
is
too
like-
old to get it. 48. No, you can have her. I'm trying to move on. We're moving. Did you know that?
Where? Where to?
We're out of Astoria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When?
We're moving on up.
When?
October 10th. Mid-October.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We're
But
going
you'll
to
go
Florida.
hang,
We gotta
right?
hang a couple times.
Yeah, we'll hang.
I've barely been here. Are you moving to the city? You moving to the burbs?
We're moving to Manhattan.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Sarah's never lived in Manhattan.
Never.
You know, I'm thinking about doing the same thing.
Yes!
For real. Yes.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Go to our neighborhood now.
Yeah,
We're in
I was-
Battery Park now.
We're going to Battery
hell
Park
yeah.
City.
Yeah.
I was gonna move, and then because tires is happening in the fall, so I was gonna get a place. I was gonna get like a sublet in the fall to just try it out and see if I like the city. But then I think I'm gonna have to be in Pennsylvania half of the fall,
Right.
so it doesn't really make sense. But I think when I get done from the tour next year, I think I'm gonna get a nice place in Manhattan.
Yeah, let's do it. Everyone's
Thank
doing
God you were talking about moving to fucking Jersey. I was gonna start crying.
it. No,
Same.
no, can't
Yeah,
do it.
yeah, you can't. That would have been brutal.
Sarah never really spoke up, though. She was like, I don't know, it
Yeah.
seems weird, but okay. I could have moved us to Missouri. She would have been like, all right, what are you going to do?
Looking at the tunnel to get in just never is appealing.
It would have
to
been
me.
over. Don't get me
Right.
wrong. You guys would have had a nicer quality of life, but you would have come here like as often as you like go to Boston now.
Right.
Like as often as you see your family.
Well, that would turn on these people, too, that are like, you got to come over here.
Yes,
That's what
yes,
everyone does,
yes.
because everyone's just like projecting.
Yeah.
But you should come to Battery Park City.
I will. I
Yeah.
will. Is that where Karen lives?
Karen's
Right.
there, Colin's there. It's close to the village, the cellar.
Nice,
My
yeah.
niece is there. We've got great parks right on the water.
Tell me more about this niece.
11. She's- Cut. Can we cut that? No. She's
Does
19.
she have herpes? Does that run in the family?
She's 19 years old. You met her, but she was 11 when you met her. She definitely remembers you. She's like, is that the naked retard in the fire truck?
Oh, that's right.
The pool
I was
table. You
naked
were
on her
naked
pool table.
In her pool table, yeah.
Yes, that was a good trip, man.
Yeah, great trip. My whole family's like, you're friends with that guy still?
I was nude on your. I like asked Joe's fam. Just they're hosting me and Tim, right? We're doing the like thing, and I'm like, Joe, what do you think if we pitch this to your? I gotta get a naked picture on this fucking pool table. These nice people never met me. I'm like, all right, everybody clear out so I can put my bare ass cheeks on your pool table, and they all did.
Yes, and for some reason, I think it was like, because we were doing the firefighter benefit, for some reason we had a bunch of cash.
That's right.
And Tim Dillon has a cigar in his mouth, and he's
Yeah.
holding $1,000 in cash.
That's right.
And he's betting on you
Yes.
naked making
Yeah,
a shot.
yeah, yeah, that's a
And then
good-
we went to the firehouse. My uncle's a fireman. All my uncles are firemen.
Shout out to Uncle Dale.
Uncle Dale, baby, big cock on him.
Nice.
And we went down
Yeah.
there, and he was drunk. He's like, he was at the show, and he was like, "Yeah, you guys can go down there." And we just got naked on the fire truck,
Yep.
and he's like, "You got to get me kicked off."
I know we had to
department.
take it down because it was like you could clearly see like
The numbers?
what.
Holbrook Fire
It
Department.
was just me naked wearing the hat and boots, and we had to take it down.
Yeah, like the union was like, "What are you out of your mind?" It was great fun. But anyways, yeah, my niece is single and 20.
No, I didn't. So good luck to her in Battery Park. But I'm glad that you guys have a nice. That sounds nice.
Yeah, we got babysitting options so we can go out and do podcasts.
Beautiful.
Right now we have a man watching our kid,
Right.
which is
That we
always
just
risky.
met.
Yeah, it seems cool.
We
Just
didn't
some
meet him.
rando on Craigslist.
Yeah. You texted a couple times.
He was putting flyers in our. We grabbed him. He seemed nice.
We're like, hey man, we gotta run out for a tight 90. We gotta do Stavvy's World.
It is scary though, because even men you've known 20 years, I feel like I'm not a hate man guy,
Sure.
and I defend men a
You're
lot.
He's a
not a
feminist.
misandrist.
Yeah, I'm not one of these guys that hates men, but I feel as far as child molestation goes, it's about 10x men to women, right?
Definitely. Absolutely.
Right.
Maybe 50x if you count the priests, which
I think,
do.
I think. Oh yeah, well, brave stance. You can. There's a guy from the Boston area. That's huge to count that. Yes, I think absolutely. 50 might be right, honestly. 50.
What, can we
times
get a
more
reading on
likely.
that, Elvis? That's got to be Googleable, right?
What?
Men
Yeah,
to women,
thank
child
you.
molestation.
Yeah. What are the
the
numbers?
women one are teachers.
Yeah,
That's
And
what
they're
it's
older.
funny,
They get to
yeah.
know them. Yeah.
Yeah, they do what you're trying to do with my niece.
Grooming? I'm not trying to groom your niece. 93.6% of sexual abuse offenders were men.
Yeah.
But that's just who gets sentenced.
Yeah, good point.
Well, it's the glass ceiling on that one. Like
Yeah,
we're
there's-
trying to break that.
There's plenty of women molesting. Can't get a cop's attention to save her life. How many boys do I have to suck off? How many babies do I have to suck off before the cops will arrest me?
Wow, 93.6. We are dominating.
Yeah, you guys are doing it.
Regardless of the victim's gender, women are perpetrators in about 14% of cases reported against boys and about 6% of cases reported against girls.
Yeah, girls don't. Lesbians aren't pedophiles.
No.
No,
You
but
know?
they do the grooming, like the Epstein. There's a Ghislaine for a lot of
gay
pedophiles.
Ghislaine?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean women?
Meaning like-
Not. He said lesbians.
Oh yeah.
Is Ghislaine a lesbian? Do we know?
I don't think so.
think so.
I think she's
Well, I'm just saying, women on women.
Yes,
right. Woman on
yes,
woman.
yes,
Yes.
I don't think you're really a lesbian. You're a pedophile, right?
Right.
You don't go sexuality with pedophilia. You're not like he's
No,
gay.
I don't think it matters.
You're like he's a pedophile.
I think Jared. That when I watched the Jared doc, he didn't care.
Oh, he was a bisexual pedophile.
But don't you think? Like,
that is kind of odd. I think
He's bi.
I think that you don't hear so much. Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that about Jared. I guess I assumed he was a gay pedophile.
Yeah.
Just because of the glasses and the khakis.
yeah,
Right.
I think he did everything.
Interesting
Yeah,
stuff.
he was a-
Well, hopefully
Sorry,
your
took a-
child isn't getting molested by that guy
I
right
think he's
now.
good.
No.
He's good. No,
He's
it's
young.
a good,
Good.
great guy.
Yeah,
he's a
the guy's
dad.
a good guy.
I'll just check in on him real quick.
Oh baby, here we go. Summer's almost over. The fall chill crisp is in the air. It's getting busy over here at Stavvy Baby Enterprises. We got the podcast. I got the tour coming up. We're shooting tires. I'm all over the place. And what's going to make it very easy for me to stick to my weight loss goals, I'm already down 45 pounds so far this year, folks, is my friends at Factor Meals. Easy, chef curated, great ingredient meals. All you got to do is warm them up. I love them. I have a pack in my home here at the studio. When I travel in, I just got in from Atlanta. I pop the Factor Meal in. In the past, I would do takeout. Not anymore, not with Factor Meal. They got 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from. Every week, you'll have new flavors to experience. Keep your goals going with a delicious meal, effortless, that support your lifestyle no matter what you're into. I've tried a lot of different stuff. They got you can manage your calories, you could maximize protein, you could go avoid meat. That's not for me. I'm more of a protein boy, but maybe that's what you want, or maybe you just want a traditional, simply well balanced. Whatever it is you want, they got it. Treat yourself to restaurant quality meals that feature premium ingredients like filet mignon, shrimp, and blackened salmon. Be like me, baby. You see me in this tank. I'm looking younger. I've taken years off with this haircut and this little weight loss, and just wait till you see what we got coming. Thanks in part to our friends here at Factor Meals. So head to factormeals.com/Stavvy50 and use code Stavvy50 STAVVY50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code Stavvy50 at factormeals.com/Stavvy50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Do you have cameras?
All good.
One camera
Well, we have
and-
a camera on his bed. Yeah.
On his bed, yeah.
Nice.
So I guess we could check that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually hear conversations happening in the room. Like I was thinking about, I was walking home from a run the other day and I was like, I wonder if they're talking about me. But then I was like, that's none of my business.
Yeah.
Who, me and Marty?
No.
I know. Just a couple more years, buddy, and then I'll get a hotter new wife, and we won't have to put up with her. I get it.
We'll get out of here.
Let's the next special does some numbers. Who knows? Who knows what we can do. Speaking of specials, wow, what a
you.
pro. We should get this. We should get this out there. You have a special right now, Butthole Money,
Yes.
on YouTube right now. Go watch it.
That's
Very
right. And when
funny
I
stuff.
executive produced it, I felt like we should really. That was a
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
That'd be funny if I took over and did it.
Yeah, Joe did produce it.
I was just doing a bit. Come on, just
Well,
start
I was
talking about
giving
it.
you
Phil was
credit.
original.
Looks great.
Well, I do always get like self-conscious to have my husband plays a big part of my career. It's not very feminist, but then
Sure,
I'm like
sure.
this, fuck it. Hollywood is all about nepotism.
Yeah.
So I get over
You
it.
directly worked for it.
Right.
You weren't.
I created all
You had
the
to fuck this herpes-ridden guy. This herpes-ridden alcoholic.
carry his child.
Yeah, carry his child. Other people just born into a rich family. You had to just kind of get here to the middle. It was not even like a
Right.
multi-millionaire or anything.
It was really hard to get to the middle. It actually was.
I don't see a lot of people in the middle moving to Battery Park City. Okay, that's not exactly a middle neighborhood.
Although you did say we'll be the poorest people in
So I said, I'm like,
Battery.
we're going from the wealthiest people in Astoria to the poorest people in Battery Park City.
We're going
I
to be
know.
apartment poor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then as I said that, I'm looking at you, and you have a lot more money than me. But I think
My
Elvis
apartment's
probably does
worse.
too. But
No, not this guy.
no, you don't
He-
pay well.
No, not at all. We're gonna get him up to $12 an hour this year if he's good. If he's good,
I know some of you guys make so much money that I'm like, maybe I'll get into podcast producing.
Yeah, you're on the wrong side of the camera, Sarah.
Right.
Make some clips.
Hopefully
Yeah.
the clip economy,
Picks up.
just falls apart at
Right.
some point.
Sure it will. But
yeah.
the special is great.
Special's
Tell
very
them about
funny.
the
Yes,
Very
the
special.
funny.
special's
Looks
great.
awesome.
It's on YouTube. It's sweeping the nation at a slow pace.
I have the bodega. They're talking about butthole money.
Right.
You go in there. The guy doesn't speak English. He's
He
saying
knows,
butthole
he
money.
knows.
He's playing it.
Butthole money. Sarah Tollemache. I'm good at impressions.
I would love that. You go to a country you've never been to before and they're just yelling out your name.
Yeah,
You're
that'd
like,
be
I had
great.
no idea I'm huge in India.
Yeah.
Michael
Yeah.
Richards told that story. He went to Africa to get away, and then they had a long extension cord into this hut, and all these black village people were like, "Let's go, no, Kramer! And he's like, fuck.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he's like, he was in the Congo. And they were
That's
like, "It's
hilarious.
Kramer."
That's fucking awesome. Yeah, I mean, that show was so fucking big.
Huge.
The biggest show of all time, probably.
Watch the special. Talk about the special. Tell them it's great. It's very good.
It is great.
Yeah,
It looks awesome.
I'm really proud of it.
I mean,
yes.
the production was incredible, and it's at Grove 34, which is it's not
Homegrown.
It's not a huge space, but you guys made it look awesome. It sounded great.
Well, there's
It was-
great laughs in there.
It really
I feel
is.
Like
It
you can't
sounded
have a bad set in there.
I really like that
Although I
place.
have had a bad set.
Yeah. I've seen some stinkers. In there. You can have a bad set anywhere. But no, it was killer. Sarah's 9 months pregnant. You look hot. We had sex that night. That's what's important.
That's
Very-
awesome.
yeah.
Congrats.
Thank
Congrats,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How does that work when the baby's when you're that pregnant?
He's just covered in jizz. When he comes out.
He's covered in He's like a fucking cinnamon glazed. Yeah.
Can I
They're
tell you,
like,
it's the-
wow.
It's the best sex ever. I told Norman's dealing with it right now. You got to fuck
wow.
a pregnant chick because it's all. What is it? The hormones and the business.
Okay, you do get hornier.
Interesting.
Hornier and fast orgasms,
Wow.
hard fast
Yes,
orgasms.
yes.
Interesting.
It's like steroids. It's almost like you have an orgasm in your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the tits get all big and
That's
veiny.
cool. I'm all about
You're
that.
not veiny.
Yeah, all wacky. This is a big road mappy.
I've seen some videos. I have seen a vein or two.
No, it's the best. I want to have another kid. She's 51, but just so we can have another pregnant sex.
This is dusty.
No, it was great. It's a great special. Check it out.
Check it out. It's right on damn YouTube.
See, that's the thing. It's a good reason to get married or have a kid, just so you can experience pregnancy. Because if you don't have a kid, you're gonna go your whole life without ever fucking a pregnant lady.
Wow, who knows? I don't know about that.
That's a good point.
Early, you get them early in the first trimester. You want to get them in the third and second.
Yeah, you want the third. Plus, it's my only chance to fuck a fat lady.
I know for a fact that's not true.
No, but now, soberly, sober as an adult.
I've heard at least 5 discrete stories about you fucking fat ladies
I was just
from
talking
you.
about this.
Only.
Yeah.
No, I remember I was just talking about this the other day, I think on Tuesdays, where like all these people would be like, Liz loves the fat girl, that's his thing. And I'm like, no, I hate them. I have no self-esteem. They're disgusting. I just think that's what I can get. I'm appalled by fat women.
I hate myself. I hate them. It's just no one's having a good time.
I'm just like,
They can pick up on my vibes.
I had a big heavy girl in Plattsburgh, New York, that she broke a tile. Like that's how big she was. Because we were fucking in the shot, like a bathroom tile. And then she was blowing me on. She was on the toilet blowing me, and she pissed. It was like straight up fire hose. It was like
What the fuck?
it was insane, insane.
I always love
The toilet taking a piss?
Yes, she literally pissed while blowing me on the toilet,
Oh, that's tough. That's tough stuff.
and it was like a jarring piss. It was like a fucking
Yes.
you know, like a
At a
race
shop?
riot. Yeah, like
Oh yeah. Yes. The fire hose.
yeah. What were you gonna say, Sal?
Oh, I still love the story of the girl that fucked you hard to Buck Cherry.
Oh yeah. That was in Hartford, Connecticut. I did a couple bits about it, but I've told the story before. But like, yeah, I met her at City Steam, and then she was like coming back, and she was like hot. She was a hot older. She was probably like 35, and I was 25. So it was like, oh shit. And she had like a Mustang, and
yeah,
like
dude.
she was just driving like 90 miles an hour on the highway, like weaving in and out, and was just playing, "You're a crazy bitch, but you fuck so good, you're on top." And then when she fucked me, she was like on me and like, "Yeah, you fucking nerd, take it, you nerd, yeah." And I was like, "Oh, gee, okay." And she literally had Crazy Bitch on repeat. And then I told her at the time I was on Paxil and drinking, and I have a hard time coming even not on antidepressants. I just get in my head, and we were fucking, and she was like, "If you don't come, I'm gonna be pissed."
Whoa.
And that made, I was like, I'm really sorry. I'm just
Yeah.
not gonna be able to.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying that. I'm like having a nice
This is
time.
awesome.
And she got mad and she drove me back. Like she drove me back to my hotel,
Wow.
and we're just back on the highway. No Crazy Bitch this time. Just driving.
Just
silently.
silence?
Yeah.
Tough, dude. That's.
Also, the
Yeah.
fat girl at the time, I was with my friend Tom Dustin.
Did you come when the fat girl blew you?
No, I never came in one night stands
Never
ever.
came.
No.
How did you play that off?
I
You
would
was
just
like,
be
okay.
like, I'm drunk or whatever. Yeah, I had a lot of problems.
Have you ever faked busting inside of a condom?
I've heard of some guys doing
I
that.
think I have maybe.
I've done that a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross.
What? Faking busting?
No, just you in a condom.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Condoms are yucky. Yeah.
Oh,
Clean it up,
you're.
would you?
Yeah, I'm
Clearly,
sorry. I'll raw
the-
dog.
The guy from who has herpes.
The rubbers is really kind of gross. But yeah. Oh, that girl. This is literally like 25 years ago, and I was with Tom Dustin, my friend, who I just made a documentary about. I want to plug that. I don't know when
Yes,
this comes
please.
out.
This actually will come out pretty soon, right? In September.
Oh, okay. October 10th, we're doing a premiere. Let me know if you're around, if you want to come.
Okay.
You'll probably be out of town. It's in Village East Cinemas. I made a documentary, full-length feature.
Hell
Really
yeah.
good.
And it's a good movie. It's really exciting. And then we're going to have it on Punch Up. We'll sell it.
Cool. You're screening it in.
Yeah.
You're doing it in New York.
And
Great.
it'll be at Skankfest, too, if this is before that. But anyways, he was in the same room having sex with a lady also.
In the same bathroom.
No, they were in we went to the bathroom for privacy.
I see.
We're
I
not
see. I
animals.
see. I see. I
We're not
see.
animali. So she asked me for my phone number, and at the time, all I had was house number. I didn't have a cell phone number. And for some reason, and Tom always
Jeez
got mad at
Louise.
me, I thought if I gave a fake number, he'd be like, nah, that's not his number. So I just gave my actual number, and Tom was like, I would never do that to you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
So anyways, 4 days later, my mother's like, someone named whatever her name, Barbara called.
Oh, wait, you
Barbara.
You gave her your family's
phone
house
number. Yeah, I lived at home.
You still lived at
I was like
You
21
gave
years
her the
old.
Liz family landline?
Yeah, she called Deb. And my mother was like, yeah, she said, I asked, will he know who you are? And she said, oh, he knows who I am. And my mother had to like retell the story to me. And I was like, oh my God, I had to crinkle it up and throw it away.
That's insane that
Yeah.
the lady who pissed while sucking her dick has
Talk to my
talked
mother.
to your mother.
Yeah. It's so
Where
bad.
you are.
And gave her the like, he knows who I
Oh,
am.
he knows.
Yeah, I did something real special.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's
dude.
bad. I had very low self-esteem and very serious drinking problem. And that's how I got Sarah.
Right.
Right. And
Right.
that was in a very low point in my life.
Yeah, that shit was going bad for both of you.
Well, Sarah didn't want to date me because I had herpes and just shit in a shoe.
It was questionable. And he had shit in his shoe.
That was fresh. The shit in the shoe story.
Very
There.
fresh.
And
Yeah.
I was trying to leave that world behind.
Of course.
And I was like, you gotta be
Can I
kidding.
just say it worked out really well? That I was trying to work out a bit like this. Like sometimes you just have to push through those red flags, and sometimes there's a nice green grass on the other side of
Yeah.
those red flags.
Yeah.
On paper, it wasn't great.
On paper, made the absolute worst choice she could have.
I had
Right.
no
Sucked
money,
back in.
no money,
Yeah.
herpes, and had just shit in a
Alcoholic.
girl's shoe.
Just shit in a girl's shoe.
And what was going on with you? What was your life?
I was newly sober.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still weren't. You were still drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I shit in the shoe, yeah.
I don't know, maybe a long road trip, you know.
A lot of oatmeal. Yeah, you were doing okay.
Yeah.
You were sober. You were working.
I had about a year or 2 years of sobriety. But then I was going to probably break up if he didn't get sober, but I never did an ultimatum. So he did it all on his own.
Yeah, we had a moment at the Caroline's Christmas party. I went. It was open bar, and I went out drinking.
This is
Those
closed
Christmas
the bar.
parties. How many comedians start sobriety because of one of those open bars?
right.
I
We
mean,
always
it's-
thought that was the funniest idea. Me and my friend Ira Proctor, great comic that used to drink like a maniac with me. We always thought it was the funniest idea of comedians having a holiday party. Like, we're
Yeah.
going to just let our hair down,
Yeah, right.
have a few drinks, and just
Right.
cool out.
Yeah.
The idea of that is like you're in the office, tie,
Of course.
working hard,
Of
and we're
course.
like, tonight we're going to have a couple cocktails.
Yeah.
Get a little loose.
You know,
The people that have been getting drunk after like a weekly show
Right.
every week, 3 times a week.
right.
That's awesome.
But anyways, we closed the party, and then me and Phil Hanley and Norman went to a diner, and we were like drinking beers at the diner. This is actually almost at the. It was my last Christmas party drinking, and I was coming home at like 8 a.m, and I bumped into Sarah on her way to her job.
Oh my
I was like, hey.
I remember being like, Joe?
I'm like, hey man, where are you off to?
I'm like in corporate wear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad.
Hey, that's all right.
We got through it all.
Yeah, we
Just another year of drinking after that.
Yeah, and we hate confrontation, so we're married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just both avoiding an argument.
Yeah.
Well, we also always joke like, you know, in wedding speeches, it's always like, I just knew the moment I saw him. Ours is like, when I first saw Joe, I was like this, okay.
Yeah, I don't remember meeting Sarah. Literally. I was like, she's just around. No memory. She remembers. It was at the creek, right? Or something.
It was at the creek, and then I think we did a Sheba Mason show, and you were
That's
like,
awesome.
fucked
Just
up.
a bringer and he's drunk.
Yes.
That's
Oh, yeah,
awesome.
I was with a girl when we did the Sheba Mason show.
Yeah.
I was with my girlfriend then.
Yeah.
That's also weird because Sarah got to watch me like go through a horrific breakup.
Oh, he was devastated.
Yeah.
Just devastated.
And he was just a guy who was around. You
right.
had no.
He lived 2 blocks over. That was also another selling point. Is like,
Proximity.
I love that Joe was just so close.
Well, then you're like,
just get so lazy. I'm like, I'm tired of going to Brooklyn. I just want a guy that lives 2 blocks away from me.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
you can walk home and. Well, also, Sarah, I'm like bad with signal. So we had like a fake comedy award show, the Laker Awards, and I won the Gentleman's Gentleman Award for being the nicest guy, but basically it was because I shit in a girl's shoe.
Right.
And I thought it'd be funny to be like, this has been a weird year. I got herpes. So I just announced that I had herpes, which was not, this was 15 years ago. That wasn't
Right.
acceptable.
Nobody was doing it then.
Yeah, you're a trailblazer.
Now everybody. I really am.
And nobody's doing it now.
I'm Clyde Drexler, baby. So then I came back and Sarah was like, hey, I think it's really good that you said it's really nice. And I thought like, this bitch has herpes and wants to fuck. But it turns out she's actually just a nice person who's trying to be supportive. And so I was like, I read you.
Yeah.
It's on.
Yeah.
And then I was actually shocked that she didn't have herpes. I was like, oh,
Right.
you don't have herpes? Why did you say that was
I was
cool?
like, ew, gross. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I had empathy for you.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
I just get so annoyed when people you tell you have herpes that they get so weird. Like even when you do it as a joke, like I was talking about it as a joke on stage. Because I remember the time that Joe wanted to start having unprotected sex, and I was like, I don't know. But one of the big things that held me back, I was like, can we wait until I get a better job? Because I didn't want to be a waitress with herpes. I'd rather be like a successful comic with herpes.
Right. That makes sense. I kind of know what you're talking about from like a just...
Like, I don't need another thing to make me feel bad about myself. But then it's also like, I wish more people just talked openly that they have this stuff because it's actually not that big of a deal.
We have our friend Benny Buttcheeks. He went on a pro herpes rant, and it is statistically most people probably have it.
And you've probably fucked somebody that has had herpes.
Yes,
Or has
I
herpes.
definitely. I know that I have. They told me. They told me I did. Right
Afterwards.
That's all I got.
One girl did say afterwards,
Yeah.
actually, which kind of pissed me off.
Oh,
So
that's
it's
not
like,
cool.
Yeah.
she was hot too. If only she.
Do you know her name or Instagram handle or anything
I
like
don't
that? Email?
actually. No, I don't.
Number?
She had red hair.
I'll text you. We'll talk. But
But yeah, I think it is actually way too stigmatized, and most people have it. It's actually not that big a fucking deal.
Well,
No.
I've told this story before too. I had sex with a woman one time, or no, I almost did. Like there was only a few people I had to tell because I had this brief period before Sarah and I started dating. But I remember telling this woman, like we were in bed, like making out, and I was like, I gotta let you know I have herpes, and she was like, oh, what? Oh God. But I was like, well, you're doing all the things you do to get herpes.
Yeah.
Like, you're me being considerate away from getting herpes.
Right,
Like,
right,
I met
right.
you 2 hours ago.
Right.
And we're in your bed. So it's
I could be a complete piece of shit, and you could have herpes just like
and then
that.
it's like, this is like, it's not that crazy. I just got it by doing what you're doing right now. But yeah, she was awful.
And that reaction is not going to make me be forthright with information.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I won't
They're
tell
like,
anybody
just
again.
kidding, and then you fuck her.
Just kidding again.
I'm kidding. I don't have herpes. Condom, forget about it.
But I
To show her who's boss.
I always say this though: if you have herpes, if you're a woman with herpes and you want to fuck a guy and you're nervous, just tell him after your tits are already out, because that's what happened to me. And I was like, she could have told me she had razor blades in her pussy. I was like, well, we're fucking. I don't care. Whatever.
That's interesting because haven't we gotten this question before on the podcast? And I said something similar. I didn't think about tits, but I just said like after making out, because that's what happened to me. One girl didn't tell me till afterwards, and then one girl we're making out. And she's like, hey, I have herpes. I'm like, my dick is hard.
Right.
Like, you think I'm not fucking at this point? It's like, we'll use a condom. She's on meds, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't use a condom though.
That's insane. that's fucking crazy.
Well, that's what Jeff Wishelschmidt was like, had a joke. I think of it, maybe a roast joke about Joe. It was like, he basically just poured herpes all over his dick.
What are you gonna do? Well, she was a nice girl, and I had feelings for her.
I get it.
Yeah.
And you know, I didn't have sex with a lot of people I liked.
Right.
I liked her.
Right.
Right. You weren't gonna let pesky herpes get in the way of that.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Oh, baby, football season's here. First couple weeks have been fun. My Ravens are going to get on track. I can feel it in my bones, and maybe your team will be too. Your boys are out there scoring touchdowns. The funnest, most exciting part of the game, seeing how they score. TD, tutty, taking it to the house. Whatever you call a touchdown, they matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Ready to place your first NFL bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score a touchdown. Maybe it's your favorite player. you put a little extra something on your boys scoring. I like to, personally, I always like to put a little something on the Ravens. Just juices me up. Pick your favorite player, maybe pick an enemy. You know what I mean? If you have to see them score, at least you made a couple bucks off it. I don't know. I'm not gonna give you any legally. I cannot give you any betting advice. But all I can tell you to do is go to DraftKings.com. The DraftKings Sportsbook app. Put a little action on somebody to score a touchdown. Simple. You don't got to worry about parlays. You don't got to worry about spreads, all this kind of stuff. Pick a player. If they score, you win. Sounds pretty fun. Ready to do a touchdown dance of your own? Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Stavvy, Stavvy. That's code Stavvy for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-878-9777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino Resort, Kansas. 21 plus. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, call dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus Premium terms at NFL.com/terms. How many people would you say in your life have you liked that you've had sex with?
I could probably count them. I mean,
that's always a shocking question because it's like everybody can answer that being like, sadly, only a small handful.
Yeah. I'm coming up with like 5.
Well, it's like girlfriend. I'm trying to think and like.
Well, a lot of girls just feel bad because they get to a certain point, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
there's a lot of guilt involved.
Yeah,
and it's
like,
easier to say to just fuck somebody than like be like
deal with the emotional energy that you have to deal with.
I'm gonna say 5.
5.
Out
Nice.
of an undisclosed number. But it's not a great percentage. I'll say that.
That's interesting. Yeah.
You got to be in the triple digits.
I don't know. I'm not counting.
Well, some of them you're just like, well, I don't even really know them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I could. Who knows?
Yeah.
maybe I'm really compatible with a few of them.
I might like.
Yeah. If I got to know them, maybe maybe I might like them a lot.
If we had spoken, sure.
Yeah. Confirmed 5, I think, between girlfriends and people I dated. It's actually probably slightly more than that.
Well, anyone I liked, I was too nervous to ask to have sex. I was too like, it was only people I really had disdain for that I was like, holy fuck.
It's like the art of not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Situation.
Yeah. And then this was more of a, you guys were just kind of, you just wore each other down, or what was this? You kind of just were around for a while?
I think I wore you down. I kept being like, why don't we just date? We're buddies. Come on. And then I remember you and Nikki Glaze were like talking about boys. And I had to be like, we gotta not be friends. Because I'm like, I can't be like friends with a girl I want to have sex with if she's talking about boys.
Yeah.
He was worried he was getting into the friend zone.
Of course.
Well, I was like, this is just gay. I don't need to like. I'm like, I can't like try to fuck you, and then you'd be like, yeah, I wanted to fuck this guy, and then that.
Yeah.
So I kind of severed I was like, we can't really be friends. And then shortly after that, you were like, oh, let's go hang out. You can come over.
That does unfortunately work.
Yeah.
It's not even unfortunate. You just have to be clear about what you want.
I just like, Joe was just really nice and I got along with him.
Yeah.
Like other people, other relationships I've been in, like sometimes you're just like, I actually don't know if we like each other.
Right. But that dick is so good. Am I right, sister?
Yeah.
But you get a guy like Joe, he's nice, dick's okay.
Great dick. Beautiful dick. Tell him about my dick.
Guys, it's glorious.
Beautiful dick. Big thumbprint on it for masturbating.
It's got a phallus.
Herpes scars. Wart removal
It's been
scars.
through a lot. It's been through a lot.
It's been
Through the ringer, baby.
Yeah. It's got character.
It really is like a beautiful antique piece.
We were buddies. We lived down the street, and we said, "Hey, we'll give it a try."
Yeah, we could just hang out. I just enjoyed your company.
That's sweet. I
That's
wish I could
beautiful.
say the same, but
I know. Well, it's gotten a lot worse.
That's
great.
romance, baby.
No, it's great. It's always easy.
Now we got little Marty in the mix.
Marty's in the
Right.
mix, baby.
I gotta come by and see him. I bet he
You
does
gotta.
a bunch of others.
Oh, he's
Last
cool.
time I
He's
saw
got
him,
a
he was,
tooth now.
oh,
He has one tooth. It's a lateral incisor.
It's a
Love
little.
that.
Everybody's bottom. You can't find anything on Google that says anybody's ever had this happen. It's always the front bottom, and he's got this one over
top,
here.
top right.
Yeah.
It's like a little can opener.
I love it.
But yeah, you're the answer to a trivia question. First comedic friend to visit.
I was there the first time he shit.
Yeah.
There you go.
I remember that. I remember you guys being like, he shit. He took his first shit. I was there as he shat.
It's
for the
crazy.
first
Yeah, you're
time.
holding him with like your hands like this, which is
Yeah, he's
crazy.
like a little football.
Yeah, he was little as hell.
Yeah, you got to come back.
I gotta come
He
see him.
eats food now.
Wow, what's his fave? What's his favorite food?
He likes oatmeal with bananas.
Does he have a favorite? Is banana his favorite fruit?
It's
love
up there.
bananas.
Strawberries.
Strawberries.
He likes strawberries.
My friend's kid loves watermelon. He's a big watermelon guy.
He likes that. Make these watermelon popsicles for him
All
because it
right.
feels good on his gums.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Have you given him anything unhealthy yet, or is he too
I gave him
young?
chocolate cake today.
Hell yeah.
Some mac and cheese.
Oh, and fried chicken too, and French fries. We went fucking crazy. I just realized as I'm like listing this, I'm like, holy shit.
You're not kidding?
No, we were at a birthday.
He has one tooth and you gave him fucking french fries and fried chicken?
Well, it was our friend's birthday party. Our friend Louis C.K. I'll just say this: Chris Rock was there. Okay.
All right, nice.
His first black. He did okay.
Yeah. He did in Boston, okay? He's screaming the whole time. Tries to bite him.
He tried to zip tie his hand.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
I don't know where he got them.
By the way, we've been around many black people. I'm only kidding. Ian Lara. He loved Ian Lara.
Mia
He thought he was
Jackson.
another baby.
Mia
Yeah.
Jackson. Ian Lara. Another
Love
one
that.
somewhere.
It's all right.
that's
It's
it,
worse
that's
if you
it.
list them. It's worse if you try and tick them off.
I think he was with one homo at a point, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I think he was near a queer.
Yeah. We're trying to mark all the boxes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
smart.
No, but he did eat. Yeah, we gave him French fries, mac and cheese, a little bit of fried chicken, and chocolate
Hell
cake.
yeah. That's
Just a
awesome.
little bit.
Like, I'm
And then he
talking-
barfed on my shirt.
Yeah.
Somehow he barfed. I don't know.
Respect, yeah.
He's probably barfing all over Tony right now.
I know.
How we doing on time? Because we got to get them over there.
Oh yeah. I want to get to some.
We're at
questions.
42 right now.
Oh, beautiful. We're right on time for some questions then.
Just making sure our babysitter hasn't written. All right.
Let's solve some questions here. Some problems. Go see the special. It's right now available. It's on YouTube. We have a link on,
It's on
where
my
you're
channel.
watching it.
Oh, can I plug Town Hall November 9th? too?
Absolutely.
Town Hall November 9th. I'm not sold out.
Town Hall November 9th. Go see our friend Joey.
Thank you. New York City.
What do you got for us,
Hey,
Elders?
Stav. Hey, Elders. So I hit a little bit of a come up a couple years ago, and since then, just been treating myself to full body massage once every 6 weeks or so.
Okay.
The massage therapist is really, really good. She's used to work with my wife. But the problem is that my wife and I have been together for like 9 years now, and she barely touches me. So whenever I'm like on the table on my back and this woman is working my shoulders and neck and all that shit, it is taking every ounce of self-control I have to not pitch a full fucking tent underneath the massage blanket.
Pause this for a second. This is like a professional masseuse. This is like he met this lady because she worked with his wife.
Right.
This is crazy that it's not like. Anyway, that's just so fucking funny. He's clearly going to the most legitimate place possible.
Most
This
medical-
isn't- Yeah. She's probably in
Yeah.
scrubs. Anyway, keep going, Elders.
She's like a sports therapist.
There's an old lady rehabbing her fucking hip in the next room. Go ahead, Elders. Let's finish this up.
The massage blanket. It is, I've been succeeding so far, been just keeping it at like half-mast, but, I feel like if you are a massage therapist, you should take a little bit of gentle tumescence as a compliment. But,
I don't know about that.
yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to just think about shit like Dungeons and Dragons or like, how can I avoid creeping this girl out? Thanks. Talk to you later.
Crazy.
I got a lot of thoughts.
Yeah, please. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, this is a very funny guy. You can tell it's a funny guy. I want to hang with this guy.
He
but
seems
also,
fun.
very impressive that you have your wife's friend giving you a full body massage and you're managing to not be hard. If any one of my wife's friends touched my body, I would be fucking. I would come.
She's a coworker.
I think no. I think his
It
wife.
sounds like it's a woman who like gave his wife massages or something.
Essentially,
She
it's
used to work with my wife. Okay,
Yeah,
so
she's
they're
a
not like
masseuse.
friends. Okay.
the way I read. We used to work with my wife. Is she's my wife's masseuse.
Right.
Yes,
okay.
that's how I
okay.
got it.
All right,
Not like-
okay. I was thinking it was like, hey, I'm going down to see your high school buddy.
Right.
She's gonna
You
You
rub
know
me
that
out.
girl you used to work at the restaurant with? She's gonna give me a full body rub down.
I'm like, what? I was like, your wife is cool.
At 9 p.m. at night?
Weird. But yeah, my immediate thought is go to a rub and tug. Just get it rubbed out.
Well, I think he
Right.
doesn't want to, right? It seems he's
Or,
married.
Why don't you pay your
So?
wife? Yeah, I'm just like, what? Maybe pay your wife. Maybe she'll touch you like that.
Your wife to jerk you off.
I would
That's
love
the
to get.
saddest thing I've ever heard in my fucking life.
I would love to get paid to joke.
I love that we just get divorced during this. And I'm like, well, maybe if you just did it on your own, I wouldn't have to.
Yeah, so, I mean, how do you not get hard during a massage? There's also so many little threads that don't really get pulled at here, where, like, the whole, my wife hasn't touched me for 9 years. That's something we're supposed to just gloss over.
Well, they're together
Right.
9 years, and now she barely touches. So that might have
Okay.
been a new development.
Yeah, what's that about?
Maybe because you're going to a massage therapist frequently.
And he also said he had a come up. What's the come up?
Right.
Like,
Like, did he lose a lot of weight? Did he get a high-paying job?
Must be financial.
I think
right?
that's money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
So
he
he
can afford the massage. Yeah.
massage.
So it's like, okay, come up. You and your wife are doing poorly. It's like, why is your question, how do I not get hard during the massage, and not how do I get my wife to show me physical affection again?
Well, this is what I would
isn't
say.
that so much more important?
Here's some
Right.
real advice. I
Yeah.
would say go get a couples massage so you can at least have it going together, and then maybe try to use this. Bring this into the bedroom.
or have a
Go,
guy
"Hey."
massage you.
But he's trying to get hard here. That's not going to help him.
Okay, so we're trying to get him hard.
Yeah, he's trying to get him to touch. He's trying not to
What's
get
our
hard.
goal?
His
Yeah.
wife, I say bring this in. Go, hey, I got to tell you, between you and me, whenever I get a massage, it kind of fucking makes me, what do you think about that? And maybe you can do a little role play, spice it up.
The role play's not bad. I say if you pretend that the first time you got hard was when your wife was there. If you're
Right.
like,
Hey.
something about
weird.
being with you in that massage, that situation, normally I don't find them erotic, but when you were there, it got my dick really
This is a
hard.
good writer's room. I came up with an idea, you added something.
But I also feel like a lot of women will be like, yeah, I totally get it. You get comfort boners. Like boners when you're like,
right.
I remember, yeah, when you're like comfortable. Like
Yeah,
you guys get
sure, that can
boners
happen.
at places that you're like, I would never expect for you to get a
Sure.
boner.
Yeah,
Sure.
bumpy
So it's
ride.
not like, yeah. So it wouldn't be super surprising where you're like, oh, I totally get it.
But I see what you're saying, and this is maybe a bit of a stretch, but I think that's not a bad idea to kind of be like, hey, why don't I, something about being in there with you kind of turned me on. Why don't I try giving you a massage, and then he gives her a massage, and then kind of like role plays into it. I don't know.
You got to start having sex with your wife.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
mean,
real problem.
Right.
You can't be with someone you're not having sex with. It doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
It's no
Yeah.
good.
Yes.
Or it's like his answer is like, how do I not get a boner? When really it should be like, maybe how do I end my marriage?
Yeah, because
Start dating this massage therapist.
Yeah, you could go to a dude.
You
go
could
elsewhere.
jerk off right before.
Right.
That's the actual. If you want the Occam's razor here, the simplest answer, it's beat off right before, and then you can't even chemically get hard probably. But what's going on with you and your wife, brother? That's really what we need to figure out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is she barely touching you?
Yeah.
Even after the come up.
Yeah, what's the come up? Are you working too much? Did you get a big promotion but you sacrificed your home life? All we can go off here is just guesses off the very little information he gave us.
And especially if you're making money, you gotta let these bitches know if they ain't fucking,
Yeah.
you're leaving.
Hit the bricks, whore.
Yeah. If you ain't sucking me off, I'm out the door.
Get the sucking or get the trucking. That's what I always say.
Exactly. Right, hon? You ain't getting to Battery Park City if you're not sucking this guy. You want to live in BPC, you better be giving him a handy every once in a while. Solved.
Perfect score. 100% solution rate. What else we got, Eldest?
Hey, Stav, eldest guest, big fan of the show, long time, first time. I'm a 29-year-old guy, bit of a dilemma. I was friends with this girl from high school, and she was super hot. Never made a move on her because we had a good friendship going on.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But we were always
That's
kind of
why.
flirt a little bit, and I found out just now, 10 years later, that she has an OnlyFans, and I haven't been in touch with her or anything like that. But I don't know if it's appropriate for me to reach out to her.
Awesome.
I know some OnlyFans girls don't like.
Awesome line of thinking.
Yeah.
Hey, I realized that she's actually selling nudes of herself, so that must mean she's available for me to fuck. So should I hit her up personally? Like, obviously I can fuck her.
Right.
It's just what's the best way? It's like this hot woman is selling is like, it'd be like finding out somebody's a stripper. It's like, yeah, I could definitely fuck her now. It's like.
Right. And it's also on her behalf, like, wait, so how did you find out I was doing OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Are you stalking me?
I know, that's also true. It's like, I just happened to find out. It's like.
Wait, what was the beginning? They went to high school together?
Basically,
They
a
were
girl
friends
he
in high
wanted.
school, but he never made a move.
Well, because they had such a good friendship.
Right, okay.
Right.
Definitely not because he's a coward or knew he was going to get rejected. And I say this as a coward who never made a move on any of the hot girls I was friends with in
Same.
high school.
We touched
But-
on this earlier.
Yeah, but anyway,
Let's hear him out.
I just
there's,
love.
There's more nuance than
I'm
you
sure
might
there's.
suspect
I'm
here.
sure there's more. It's just a very funny way to be like, I recently found. Like, why lead with I found out she had an OnlyFans? Why not
Yeah.
like, hey, there's this girl I liked in high school that I want to reconnect with. Anyway, whatever. Go ahead, Eldest.
It's appropriate for me to reach out to her. I know some OnlyFans girls don't like that when there's a guy from their past that just reaches out randomly. But I just feel like
just women.
I don't know. Maybe she'd be happy to have a customer. I feel like I don't want to reach out on Facebook or anything like that because I don't want to like stay in the friend zone.
Friend zone.
And I'm not really like looking to start up anything serious. I kind of just want to fulfill that fantasy. I'm actually married.
What? No. What? What? How is this worse? How is this worse? This guy's got to be trolling. What the fuck? This is crazy. He can't be serious.
Like have a real relationship. I just kind of want to fool around. But my wife lets me watch porn, so I figured it's okay.
What is he trying to
at least,
do?
I don't know, maybe it's like a loophole or something. But it would just be awesome if I could just like relive my past and just kind of see what it would be like to be with that girl now.
What do you mean relive your
now
past?
that I'm more confident as a grown man and
Right.
I'm, have a little bit of money to spend on OnlyFans. So
Okay.
Pause this for a
So
second.
wait, it sounds like he's just asking to get on her OnlyFans, not fuck her. Is that right? Because it sounds like both are happening.
Right.
Because he's like, my wife lets me watch porn, so maybe I could fuck
Oh,
this
is he
woman?
just asking if he can jack off to her?
That's what it seems like. It seems like he's asking if he can sub to her OnlyFans, but also reach out to her. But I don't know if he's necessarily trying to like
get a
fuck her.
Here's okay.
Does he want a free subscription?
Yeah, he's like, hey, how about for old time's sake? I think maybe what he's asking is, I want to, because he said the phrase customer a couple times. So it seems like he wants to pay her for her services. I guess what he's saying is he wants a very specific like fantasy of what if I fucked the girl from high school. He wants to be clear on who, he doesn't just want to jack off this girl. He wants to like maybe pay her for sexting or something where it's specific about, or pay her for a video where she's like, oh, I always wanted to fuck you in high school. I mean,
And he's gonna ask his wife for this?
no. He's so far he's asked to how to go about reaching out to this girl.
Okay.
Why don't we finish? Let's see if he
I might listen to
clarifies.
this 3-4 times to understand this.
Me to spend on OnlyFans, so I thought, yeah, like maybe she would appreciate having a customer, but I would definitely want to let her know that it's me. Like, I don't want to just stay anonymous.
That's weird.
And act like I'm some regular Joe on her OnlyFans. Like, for me, the whole point of it, I guess the whole like thrill of it is knowing that that she knows that it's me and that it's like we're back in high school kind of.
I see.
So yeah, let me know your thoughts. I don't know if I'm like a total piece of shit for wanting to do this, or if it's not really like that wrong of me to render her services if she's putting it out there to the public. So
She's not.
I guess
Oh,
I don't really know if it's the right thing to do. But
Well,
I appreciate it.
definitely not.
Big fan of the show. Thanks, Stavvy.
well, the last
It's
part,
definitely
you're
not
like,
good for you.
it's also the last part is like, it's not about her, it's about your wife.
right.
He's like, I don't know if that's weird for her. He's like, I don't know if I'm a bad guy for doing this to her, but you're like, well, you have a wife, though.
Right.
That's the weird part, not this woman.
Okay, so this is interesting though, because he is essentially saying this is the most high level version of jacking off to high school memories, right? Like, you
Right.
know, the fantasy of like, what if I just got to fuck the hot girl from high school, right?
Right.
He's essentially saying, I don't want to mess with this girl. I want to pay her to, I guess, maybe for a custom video. I don't know exactly what her services are, where it's like, she's saying shit like, oh, Johnny, I always wanted to suck you off in algebra. You know what I mean?
Bobby.
Yeah, did he say that was
Yeah,
Bobby?
Bobby.
Oh, damn. Okay, nice.
Bobby Kelly.
Yeah, this is Bobby
Oh,
Kelly.
maybe you
calling.
said thanks, Stavvy, and it made it say
Oh,
Bobby.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I got you. Sorry.
No, all the women Bobby went to fucking high school with are dead now. So basically he's saying, so there's a couple things. You're right, Joe. He hasn't even broached the issue of, is this a form of cheating? Is this
Right.
level of is like paying for sex work? Paying for porn is one thing, right? Whatever.
He's like, she lets me watch porn.
Which I get what he's talking about. But the second it starts becoming super specific to you, and you're saying I want her to know it's me. You know what I mean? It's like, it's the difference between watching porn and going, for example, to a rub and tug, or go, like, some people don't mind if you go to a strip club, but maybe they mind if you get a lap dance every week from the same girl over and over again. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
some of this from the wife's perspective is case by case.
Yeah, I mean, you're a wife. I mean, I feel like there's a weird line between like, hey, you watch porn while you're gone, watch porn. I think there's a difference between like, hey, you want to message a girl you know well and have her send you personalized
It's not even like an OnlyFans girl you don't know who you're just purely physically attracted to.
Right.
Right.
Even that's a bit of a line of like, having some kind of relationship with her can be weird when you're already married, obviously. But like, this is you're right, it's so specific.
Yeah, it feels like there's a little bit of sinister to it. Because I think it's like, feels like a power dynamic that he wants to play out, being like, I was in the friend zone, but when I have you as an
But now,
OnlyFans and you need my
for
money.
$100, you can do whatever the fuck I want. Well, that's the other thing though. So that's one perspective, right, Joe? You're right. Is this cheating? He said something to that extent, but he's not as worried about it as much as he is. I guess
justifying
rightfully
it by saying she lets me watch porn.
Right. It's also a good point of because yes, this girl is on OnlyFans, but that doesn't mean she fucking wants people she knows.
Right.
Like, I don't like when people I know go to comedy shows.
Right.
Let
Same.
alone looking at my
Same.
fucking asshole if I was like, just because she's doing that doesn't mean she wants you to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like she got a job, but it might be weird for her if you get those services. You know what I mean? The same way if you were like a stripper saw somebody from high school, that might be weird. Same way if like someone from OnlyFans might be weird. Some might not give a fuck. Some might get a kick out of it. Some might just be like, great, this is the kind of customer I can milk for even more because he's fucking pathetic and a loser, which is how I read this, by the way. It's fucking weird you want to do this, dude. You got to move on. But at the end of the day, I think you know, you can reach out, but understand that she doesn't owe you anything. She might find it weird, and she might block you on everything if she finds your behavior to be like a little out. She can refuse a customer, basically.
Right.
She might be into this, she might not be into this. And you have to be open to that. If we've even cleared the fact of whether you should do this because you're married or not.
Right, right.
So there's two women who might really not want this to happen. Both
Yeah,
the
he's just
girl
bumming everybody out.
no one but you wants to get this nut off. And then
Right.
what do you really want out of this? You want her to be like, do you think she I mean, no disrespect, man, but like, this is not going to make you go back in time and fuck this girl when you're 17.
Right, and she's not going to be like, wow, you seem really cool now.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too, is like removed from the what, like you're gonna do something a little shady as far as being married.
Yeah.
But I would either reach out to her on Facebook, like you're saying, going, hey, remember me? Like if you're gonna do a cheating activity, reach out to her on Facebook and be like,
Get
hey,
your
would you want
money's
to get
worth.
together and get a copy and do something?
Right.
Or anonymously jerk off to her OnlyFans.
Yes.
This weird
As
thing
a
of
gentleman.
reaching out through her OnlyFans and being like, it's me. Like you're doing
It's me.
either one is
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Either one is like bad, but better than doing what you're taking the worst situation to me. It's being
Yeah,
like,
it's-
hi, it's me, Bobby.
This is the one that hurts the most people because it's like
Yes, exactly.
no one likes it, even you. Because I think you're right, Sarah. There is a weird power thing here.
Right, because I actually
That's a
picture
little-
the friendship not even being in high school. Like, he must have thought it could have been like a guy in her class and they joked about one thing.
For sure.
Yeah. So I don't know what their dynamic was even back then, but I don't really picture it. If you're not talking
Yeah.
throughout this.
Also, how old does he say how old he is? Like, how long ago was high school?
I think he said 29.
Oh, wow.
Oh, 29, okay.
Okay, so not that long.
So how common
10
is
years.
10 years.
Are there girls that I went to high school with on OnlyFans? I might
Probably.
find myself in the same predicament.
Probably.
I'm like, huh.
Oh, you know what? This guy's a good guy.
Yeah, this isn't a bad idea. No,
Who
I
are
would,
you? Yeah.
So, yeah.
I would either cheat on your wife like a gentleman by reaching out directly, or cheat on your wife by going anonymously on her, her whatever the fuck it's called, OnlyFans.
Using it, actually using her OnlyFans as if it was Pornhub.
Like a normal
Not
person.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, say, read my name and fucking call.
Invite
say I
me to
was
the
cool.
prom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pull your tits out and say you'd love to go to prom with me.
just another general side question. He's like, she lets me watch porn, but I'm like,
Does
well, how
she?
could she stop you from watching? Like you can
Right.
watch porn,
Right.
Like, just,
Well, that's the thing. That's again, you're right. He's using that as a loophole because
Right,
there's
exactly.
there is
He's
nothing.
justifying.
There's nothing wrong with being like, you know what? I actually respect people who are like, I watch porn. I would rather pay people. I would rather because it's I get being like I should pay for my porn directly, and I don't have a personal relationship with them.
Right.
I'm just jacking off to it. That's fine. But this is not. He's using that loophole as cover for a bit of a weird activity. And then I would say to yourself, look inward, my friend. What is this going to solve?
right.
You need to be out of here, bro. We all wish we got pussy in high school.
Right.
It didn't happen. You need to move on. This is just a weird activity. I think, in my read on the situation, my advice to you would be, given that it's a little weird in the context of a marriage, it could seem really weird and creepy to this woman, and that it's kind of emotionally, like, here's the thing. You don't do this once and you're like, I never want to do any weird
Right.
sex shit ever again.
Yeah.
This is picking at a little scab. You don't want to open that up, brother. You don't need to explore that weird power dynamic version of yourself. You're never going to get over this. I say stay away. Beat off, if you must, beat off anonymously, but I would say just stay away, man. This is not something you want to fucking
Why don't
go
you
down.
find another girl that looks like her?
That's what I was gonna say too. Is
There's
like
so many.
just also same as my last recommendation is. Ever hear of fantasizing?
Right.
Fuck your wife and pretend it's this fucking
Yeah,
idiot.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
do this and then go, hey, wouldn't it be fun if we pretended I was in high school?
Yeah, put your wife
Right.
in a Letterman's jacket.
Yeah, exactly.
And a
Just
strap
like-
and suck the strap on that she's
you
wearing.
don't need to go on fucking OnlyFans. Just be like, hey, boy, yeah, put on pigtails, honey. And,
Yeah, right,
And call me a fucking dork and punch me in the arm, and then I'll eat you out.
Right. You're so right.
Not enough fantasy out here.
It feels like he doesn't even respect her. He goes, maybe she'd be happy to have a customer. Like, oh,
I know
great.
the vibes are a little off in
The vibe is
general
off.
here.
Yes.
And I just know it. We all have this darkness in us. Don't feed this type of darkness.
Right.
Do not feed this, my friend. Because
Work a spiritual path.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is not a good spiritual
This is
path.
not good. You're on the demon's path to hell. Next question, Eldest.
Stavvy, LD, illustrious guest. Appreciate your time. Try to break up the monotony of dudes just asking if it's the ethics of cheating on their girlfriend.
So
Thank you.
fucking perfectly timed.
I work a blue-collar job, sheet metal worker by trade.
Nice.
We had a new guy start, and like all of the guys on my job, all we do is bust balls all day, you know, call each other gay, cool stuff like
Classic.
that. So, new guy started. We have like a great line of communication. If anybody on our site is pissing us off, we're like, hey man, don't like that you're doing this, don't love that you're doing that. So the new guy's like, hey, I don't like that you guys joke so much, you know, like sometimes I just want to work. Or we're like, okay, cool, whatever, man, like, you know, he can't take jokes, whatever. Come to find out later, the new guy, he's more, his thing is, oh, I just don't know how to joke back when you guys, you know, kind of bust my balls. I don't know what to say back. So I guess my question is, do you think you can train someone to bust balls? Do you think you could train someone to be funny? Or is it just an inherent gift? Is it just something you learn from kind of riffing with the guys? Appreciate your time. Have a good one, boys.
Interesting.
I don't think you can train to bust balls. I can think maybe with comedy a little bit to find your inner comedic voice, but I don't know how you would train someone to do ball busting.
Well, but I guess it's like not so much train as like, can this guy just fucking chill and stop being a fucking pussy? You know what I mean? It's like that's because like growing up, there were definitely kids who were not good at it, right? Or
Right.
like people just who weren't good at it. And I remember just taking beatings, like when I first moved to New York, and it's like not being confident, just getting shit on, you know, like Bobby and like all his friends just essentially like jumping
Nice
you when
shirt.
you
Yeah.
first moved to
Yeah.
New York. Like I remember times where Bobby would just call Colin Quinn to shit on me with him on the phone.
Yeah.
Like just for like these guys would just do, and what am I going to say to these guys? I'm scared. It's like there were years where I was just too scared to say anything back. And that's also part of it. And maybe this guy, he'll just get, over time you just kind of get it. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I
You
don't
find
know.
out their weaknesses.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Over time you get to know these people. You hear what's good at, you know, what works on shitting on them and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I also think, and we have this a lot in comedy, because surprisingly, there's people that don't bust balls, and I'm
Yeah.
close friends with a lot of people from both sides.
Sure.
There's some people I see you, and I'm like, you fucking homo, you fucking suck, whatever,
yeah.
whatever it
Yeah,
is, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
herpes,
yeah.
And there's some people that just don't do that. Like when you
Sure.
see like Nick Griffin, I'm not like, hey, nice shirt, you fucking idiot. Like,
Yeah.
they're not. I love people that bust balls and love people that don't bust balls. I'm a Boston Irish Catholic ball
Yes.
bust. That's my love language. But there's plenty of people that just don't do that, and you
Yes.
got to just be like, well, we're doing this, and yeah, I wouldn't try to be like, here's how you do it,
Right.
because they're not going to be good.
Call him gay.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah, I mean, that really is
You'd be
it.
like, that's gay.
Especially adults, it's like you're not just going to all of a sudden have a 30-year-old guy be like, yeah, you too, you fat ass, and they're just going to do it wrong.
You're right.
And
About
I think we have that sometimes with like social media. People kind of watch our podcast and they think, and they'll be like, "Yeah, you fucking nice herpes, you crooked tooth piece of shit." And I'm like, I don't know this.
I don't
guy.
know you at all.
I don't know
hate
you.
Yeah.
So I think I would just not even try. And it's like The Godfather. Best your interests don't conflict with mine. You do your thing, and I'll be over here.
And who knows? Maybe this guy over time will pick it up a little bit. You know what I mean? But it's like, you know, maybe take it easy on him a little bit, whatever. But in terms of training, I really think the only thing is through osmosis, legitimately.
Yeah.
I do think I think that's also a big part of why the funniest comics are in New York is like, you're just around so many funny people that the baseline for what's funny to you just is raised up. You know what I mean? And it's like that's you know, just being around incredibly funny people for the last decade has made I feel funnier because of it, right? Like I feel as much as like podcasting is fucking annoying. How many hours do you think we've put into just like trying to talk and be like? There's no way that hurts, right? Like just trying to riff, even though most of it's dog shit. I don't know how you fucking people listen to all this, but like you get better. All right, relax, Eldest. You get better at it, and so I think the only thing I'll say is, if it hurts this guy's feelings, lay off him. But just, you know, if you guys are having a good time, it doesn't mean you have to be silent. Keep up your rapport, and then maybe over time, it might be years, he might get into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it might be the best.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Late bloomer. I got to just address one thing. He says early on, he's like, we all just call each other gay. And then at the bottom he goes, is this just an inherent gift? Was I born with some? Am I gifted? Because I call my buddies a homo, and it's pretty good. He's like, is that something you can teach?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Am I a prodigy?
That's only God gives you that.
Am I Russell Crowe in A Beautiful Mind? But it's different slurs. It's like a chalkboard full of different fucking slurs to call people. I know, it's so funny. It's mostly, I think you're right though. It is mostly cultural, right? Because it's like, you're right. You said Boston, same thing. It's like, me and Eldest have been friends forever. We have been insulting each other since we were 7 years old.
Right.
And there is like just, you know, there is kind of a poor working class thing to that of like, that is, you know, just calling each other pieces of shit. That's
right.
I don't know how you talk to each other. My family in Greece behaves the exact same way.
Right.
And then you go to other people, same culture, just different types of people. I met my friend from college's family, Greek people too. I just thought all Greek people were rude like that. It's like, no, my family's all trash. Whether it's in America or here, it's like we all just relate that way.
Although I think it's actually like, it feels very masculine to me because I don't feel like you get that a lot in the female or the women comedy.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I have a theory about that.
What is it?
We men like each other.
I wouldn't. I know. Like we're lone wolves.
What about growing up though? Was there like
in the family you could do some
family teams?
riffing? We have alliances. I almost call it like Survivor. We're making alliances to the side.
Yeah.
I feel like and women in comedy, if they're like, you got a fucking nice saggy tits, to be like, fuck you whore. Right. You got it from fucking whatever.
Right,
like,
right.
But I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Yeah, dude, you're fine. You don't really have a gift. You just kind of like to have a good time. And this guy will be fine. You're good. Keep busting balls, though. Don't stop busting balls completely because of this guy.
You got to make that steel work fun.
Absolutely.
Hi, Stavvy baby. So recently, a friend of mine got engaged. We've all been friends for 7 years. And we went out just for drinks, and her fiancé tried to hook up with me.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
During that night, I wanted to kind of pull her aside and tell her what happened, but he ended up getting to her before I could. And she got really upset with me.
Pause this,
we
by the
didn't
way.
speak for...
Imagine being that guy, be like, that fucking bitch tried to suck my cock. Like, imagine,
Stay away from her.
Imagine striking out and then being like, funny. Dude, she went for my cock. You got to cut her out of your life completely.
She's trouble. She ain't your friend, I'll tell you that.
Respect to him for even trying to cover his tracks.
Hell yeah, dude. I like this guy.
Anyway, sorry.
He ended up getting to her before I could, and she got really upset with me, so we didn't speak for maybe 3-4 months. And then we made up, and she believes me because she called off the engagement. But let's cut to 4 months after that. They get back together.
Ooh.
And we all go out to hang out again, and he tries to hook up with me again.
Wow.
Holy fuck, this guy's awesome.
I love it.
That's crazy. That's also got to do some wonders for your self-esteem if you're her.
This guy
right?
Yeah.
rules.
This guy's like, all right.
I feel like that would work on me.
The second time, he's like, wow, he's willing
I mean,
to risk his fucking marriage
maybe
twice.
I've got something.
That's awesome.
Immediately, I pull her aside and I tell her. And
It's crazy.
she's upset about the situation. Don't get me wrong. But she's happy that I told her. And then he turns around and kind of gets upset with me. And now cut to another 2 months, 3 months later. We're
What's
all good
going
again. They're
on?
not engaged, but they're back together again. How do I approach this with my friend and tell her, fuck this fucking dude?
Yeah, I mean,
He's
she's
an
stupid.
asshole. He keeps trying to hook up with me. He's probably tried to hook up with a billion other girls.
Hey, come on, give
And I
yourself
know
some
she
credit.
likes him, or maybe feels like he's her only option because he's wealthy and she's 32. I don't know. But
Damn, sorry, Sarah. Taking a catching a tough stray there.
That is a straight to the forehead.
This must be in the South. 32. This
You're
is in
married.
New York.
You have
So
a beautiful
fucking
baby boy.
funny.
I know that's just one of those that, like, the way she said it, I was like, ooh.
Hey.
It was like on the tip of her tongue for 4 seconds.
Yeah.
too.
Right, but like
32.
to think that at 32 you're desperate.
Yeah, yeah,
is
yeah.
so fucking funny.
I know, I know.
Sarah was doing coke when this lady was born.
I was living with roommates.
Okay, keep going.
32. I don't know. But I would really love some clarity on how to approach this with her and maybe even approach things with him. It feels
We should
like a
fuck him.
ridiculous situation, but I do love her and I want to continue to be her friend. So I would love some pointers. Thank you, Stav. Big fan.
This is tough because your friend is fucking stupid if she's still with this
I
guy.
just picture her. She's like really attractive, and her friend's probably like the best friend in a rom-com.
Now, I do want to know a detail, though.
Yeah.
What does it mean when she says he's tried to hook up with me? What is their rapport?
Yeah, what are they
proves
doing
that he's done?
on the
Has he
side?
said like, "Hey, let's make out"? What's their relationship like? There is some weird questions here.
Sure.
Like, are they all just hanging out and he's like, "Hey, you want to get fingered by me?" Like, what
Give us your pussy?
is he?
Yeah.
What do you mean he's trying to hook up? Is he just kind of flirty, or do you guys have a flirty thing and then he's like, "Hey, am I feeling something here?" What's going? Because it seems suspicious.
I mean,
something's up here.
I see what you're saying. I would like some clarity on that too. It seems serious enough that, you know, he tried to spin zone it the first time and then she broke the engagement off and then they're back again. But you're right. Is this like he's being flirty or is this like he went in for a kiss? Like to me, it's
he
like
tried to hook up.
to me, this is like he's flirting and he's like tries to kiss her or maybe even like fondles her or some
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I read it. But you're right.
Now,
What-
Sarah, if you say this guy tried to hook up with me, what does that mean?
I guess like in this context, I would think, and it can't be like, if it's as innocent as she's saying, then it can't be in another location. So I would say lean in for a kiss at the bar.
Or even just proposition, yeah.
A DM, maybe.
Or even being like, do you want to get out of here? Or like, meet me after this.
Yeah.
Like, I'll go drop her off. Like, is it that explicit? I would
It's
think
not
it's
explicit,
either...
that's insane.
I would say it's either a kiss, an attempt kiss, or like an explicit non-contact, like, you know...
Right.
Are you feeling something? Like, just
Right,
something
right.
over the line of clearly... If she reciprocates, this leads to sex kind of thing. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. I like to picture as wealthy as just he owns like 2 Burger King franchises.
I know. I mean, this does make sense if this guy's just a fucking rich dickhead. He's just trying to fuck all
Right.
his girlfriend's friends.
And it does like because I only think a mindset where I just can't picture people being that aggressive, but there are people that blow my mind how
For sure.
aggressive they can be. Basically they'll be like, do you want to go fuck? And
Yeah.
I'm like, that blows my mind, but I know it happens a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And it probably
Yeah.
like works.
yeah,
Quite a bit.
Definitely. I know the
so
opposite doesn't work because I'm always like,
Wait.
would you please make love to me, baby?
Yeah, it's true. So how do you approach this situation? I mean,
I would, to me, honestly, if she keeps going back, then like, I think just at that point being like, all right, stay out of it.
Well,
and
also,
just like, even if he keeps, I mean, like, it'd be really funny if he just keeps trying to like
I know.
lean in.
well,
He's fucking
100
Charlie Brown. And Lucy's holding her pussy, and he's like,
Also, 100% he's cheating on her.
yeah, absolutely.
Like, if he's taking swings with her friend over and over again,
Close
what's
by.
he doing with not her friends?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
At
like,
his job.
yeah, like clearly this guy's cheating.
And so I don't know. I mean, the fact that it's with her complicates things just a tad. Because like, you're right, Sarah. What if this is like best friend in a rom-com like complex? Like, what if her friend is the not as attractive one, and she has like a complex about this?
Yeah, she's like Lizzie's friend in Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a handsome woman. I have no prospects.
Right.
Like,
Right.
This is the only guy that's interested in me, and my family's in poverty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate that you think the three of us have read Pride and Prejudice.
Eldest has.
I don't know if I had.
Wow, really?
I
Maybe I
haven't,
started it
read
in high
it. I've
school,
just
but-
watched both versions.
Very similar.
Yes.
Shit.
I could get, I could context clues it.
Yeah.
But, wow, you haven't read Pride and Prejudice. That actually does shock
I read Mansfield Park. One of the lesser known Austins.
Nerd.
That is true. This is a guy that Joe can call a nerd. That must feel good, Joe.
Wow. Blue collar my ass. Reading books. Get the fuck out
Oh,
of
this
here.
really was a fucking literary pussy.
Wow.
This fucking guy loved Madame Bovary.
Yeah. I read Larry Bird's biography and shut it down. That's it.
But yeah, you like at the end. This is a kind of a hard thing people have to come up against. But at the end of the day, if your friend wants to be with someone, you can give them advice, but they're gonna be with who they want to be with.
Right.
It sucks, but it's all you have, and you just have to remember, I am their friend. You'll be there for her if she ever changes her tune with this guy. But it's all you can do is be a friend. And it's annoying when you see somebody do something that's bad for them, but put it on the record how you feel. Like, hey, this is bad for you. This relationship is bad for you. I don't think you should continue, but I'm here to support you, whatever you want. But yeah, you just have to recognize that. Like, it's just not, we can't control who our friends are with. And sometimes it's like, sometimes they're with people you think are bad, and you're wrong about it. I don't think this is the case, but, that's happened to me many times where it's never, sometimes I'm like, oh, that guy or that girl's a fucking idiot. And then it works out and you were wrong, right?
Right.
I don't know that this is that case, but at the end of the day, your job is to be a friend to this person. No one can really tell someone who to be with. That's one of the most like personal decisions
Right.
there is.
She's probably like annoyed that you keep coming to her with,
Yeah.
what does he want to fuck you again? No, I was just asking.
Also, just have a threesome.
Yeah,
Be
suck
adults.
Yeah.
Grow
Suck
up.
this probably Arab guy off. All right, good luck, but your friend's kind of a dumb bitch, and you can't really do much about it. What do we got, El? You got a couple nice ones here for us?
Eldis, let's go. Fuck.
Hey, Stavvy and guests. I'm a white guy, dad of 3. I have 3 daughters. And I have
It's important later.
interesting question. My 6-year-old daughter wants to be Ice Spice for Halloween.
That's awesome.
And I don't
6.
know what to do. Part of me wants to say, yeah, because that's simple enough. You just get her some shorts and a red wig like Annie and have fun. And then the other part of me is that racist? To let my
There's one way it becomes racist. There's one clear way you can make it racist. If you fucking hit Home Depot and fucking try and color match beige.
to let my 6-year-old white daughter be a black rapper, but then also it feels more racist to not let her
Yes,
do
it's
that 'cause
crazy.
she's just innocent and likes Ice Spice. So I don't know what's your way to go with that. Any help or guidance would be great. Hopefully the guest maybe has some kids or is a person of color.
This is
and
awesome.
can help counsel a white dad of 3. Thank you.
We don't need that. He's having a hard time thinking that like a black person was won a child's admiration. It's like, what if your kid wants to be Black Panther? That's not fucking racist.
No.
It's a fucking costume.
I would just say though that no one's gonna know who she is unless you paint her face.
You
gotta paint her face.
You can give her a good tits and ass. Mm-hmm. You can give your kid
Stuff
a
her
BBL.
ass.
Yeah, stuff her ass.
Sexualize her child rather than be
Avoid the
racist. This guy's really caught between a rock and a hard place.
Now, is Ice Spice one of the Spice Girls?
No.
Ice Spice she's a rapper. The actual more interesting thing here is, and I don't mean to be one of these. We're not prudes on the show, but
right.
6-year-old Ice Spice fan is kind of a little. That might be where I'm like, well, that's pretty explicit for 6 years old.
I don't know this Ice Spice.
Right.
She's hot.
Like
she's
the
wagging her pussy
Megan
around. She's hot as shit.
Genre.
Yeah, Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of my pussy. You want it? Like,
yeah, like that's her classic. That's her classic outfit. She's hot as shit.
Like little orphan Annie.
So she's gonna wear a tube top and booty shorts.
Sexualized.
Yeah, it's more that it's like, I'm sure there is an Ice Spice outfit she can get away with, but
like
it's really just the wig. Get her the wig.
Get her the wig.
And you're fine. But no, it's not racist to
Blast
be a black
music.
person for Halloween. Like,
right. You can enjoy the
yeah, it's a costume.
Well, she's very light skinned black. You could just use a
No,
light face
Joe. No, Joe.
It's like a little
Tan skin.
maybe
Can't do it,
tanning
Joe.
salon for a
You
day.
cannot change the daughter's skin at all for an Ice Spice costume.
All right. Well, I guess Marty's never going as Michael Jordan.
He could take the tongue out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is awesome because you could tell it's like a dumb guy who just sees all this shit online. He's like, "Oh, the woke people, you don't know what's right or what's up or down
My
anymore."
brain.
Like,
But it's like, what if your daughter wanted to be like, I don't know, Beyonce? Like, it's not wrong to be a black person for Halloween. Like, it's like just a costume, man.
Right.
It's like I remember a friend of mine. He did a Lil Wayne costume that was awesome. He just did all the tattoos. Guess what? No blackface. Just did the tattoos, man. It was good. And he got a wig. It was fine.
We're heading into blackface season, though. Halloween. There's
yeah.
always
Always.
one celebrity that I'm like, what is wrong with your
It's
team?
awesome, yeah.
You're like, you need to fire everyone
How
immediately.
does this slip past?
That's if I was a celebrity, that would be my test to see if I have a bunch of yes
If you
men.
could hire someone,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love blackface season.
It's blackface season, baby. It's happening.
Season of blackface.
But yeah, get her the red wig, I guess. My only thing, not to be a prude here, but it's like, damn, 6-year-old. She doesn't want to be a fucking.
I don't know. I think of that Bill Clinton costume I did when I was like in 2nd grade. Where,
yeah,
like,
and that was crazy. My mom, this fucking guy, my mom was literally like, that actually was the only time my mom was like, should you not hang out with Eldest? Listen to what this fucking guy dressed as Halloween in 2nd grade. It was right around the Monica Lewinsky thing. He went to fucking, they had like the Bill Clinton with his tongue out, like suggestive rubber mask.
Yeah.
He dressed up in a suit with like his pants down and his fucking shirt untucked.
The fly was open. One half of the shirt was untucked, and like, the other half that was in was like coming out of the fly.
He had no idea what getting your dick sucked was. Just through like,
I love it.
Through like context clues, he put together that this would be funny. And he dressed as Bill Clinton freshly after getting his dick sucked.
Yeah, the mask had his
grade.
tongue out. It had like lipstick, like kisses all over his face, and the hair was all fucked up.
My mom was like, "What the fuck?" My mom was like, "Why did Eldridge's mom let him do that?" That was a crazy.
What year is this?
This was.
I was like in 2nd grade.
2nd or 3rd grade, 96.
No, you couldn't have been. How young are you guys?
We were born 89.
Maybe 3rd or 4th. Maybe 3rd or 4th. Definitely 4th at the latest, but maybe 3rd.
I think it was 3rd because wasn't this 96?
Yeah.
No, that was later.
Was it
It
99?
was the second term.
It was
I
like
think
97, 98 maybe.
Yeah.
Well, 98, we were 9 years old.
I remember I was watching the
was
impeachment.
98,
And,
sorry.
I'm like, I was just getting divorced from my first husband.
It was like 98. I think.
Okay, but either way, much too young to be
Yeah.
doing like
I mean, I
dick
don't know. We
suck
listened to rap music and shit when we were young as shit
Yeah,
too. Like, I don't think it's like
I guess that's
anything
true.
weird or like
No.
sexual about it. I mean, I guess
Also,
if you're a
Six?
parent, I guess if you're a parent, you could. But as like a former child, I don't think it's that strange.
I
That
think
Former
if you
child.
had-
Unless he's aware of Ice Spice.
And your parents are from America?
No.
That's the thing. They had like cultural blind
Part of
spots.
that-
My
that's what it
parents
was.
also had
Oh
cultural
yeah, all
blind
immigrant
spots.
parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
And also, they were from South Africa with censorship, so they were anti, but then they had no idea, like, you know, like, we're listening to Two Life Crew
Yeah,
in
yeah,
sixth
yeah.
grade, which is insane to me.
It's crazy. I'm the only real American here.
Right.
That's so weird. Wow.
That's right, dude. You should have.
I think Trump has a lot of good points.
You
Quite
should have
frankly.
built the wall around the airports, dude.
Right.
Around BWI Airport, you would have kept me and fucking Eldest out.
It would have been a little weird if you had a classmate who had a dress with cum on it. That would have
Yeah.
like really put it over the edge.
That's true. Drizzle a little yogurt on the fucking blue dress.
Another immigrant family.
Well, that definitely was part of it because your mom had just no idea what you were up to. But my mom was a little more assimilated because she moved here for the first time when she was like 20 with her family, and then she moved back to Greece.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, get her the wig. It's fine. It's not racist for your kid to like and look up to a black person and want to dress as them for Halloween.
I don't care for it, but
As a real American, Joe's against it.
as
But
somebody
it
whose
is
parents
well
were
within
born
her
and
nut.
bred here, yeah,
Yeah.
I would prefer you have a white hero, but it's 2024, so
You got a nice one to take us home, Eldest?
Yeah, this isn't really a question, but it definitely ties into something, a great point Joe brought up earlier.
Okay.
Oh, great, I love it.
Hey guys, I was just listening to one of your episodes about the lesbians that have sex differently. One wants to bust a lot, and one wants to bust a few
Oh,
times.
yes, I remember that. Our friend
You
called me
mentioned
about
that women are like renewable energy that they can bust and then keep going, and men can't. But I wanted to bring something to your attention. So it's not so much of a advice type situation. It's more of like a, am I the only one that can do this? type
Oh,
situation.
wow. This guy's
wow.
bragging about his nut. His
So to
nonstop
preface
nutting.
everything, I was addicted to porn forever. I started jerking off when I was like 11,
She was addicted to porn?
or maybe 12. Whenever I was in 8th grade, doesn't matter. I've gotten to the point recently to where if I pull out just right, I can bust a nut without having an orgasm.
What?
Therefore, like by that I mean, come ejaculate, it exits my penis.
Got it.
But I don't have the full body orgasm sensation. So I can clean off, put on another condom, and then go again.
Why would you want that?
I know. So I took the fun out.
You know, when you have kids,
That's the whole point
it's
of
kinda
busting
like
a nut.
there's
Feels
no
awesome.
rules when your wife's pregnant, so you just do whatever you want. And somewhere throughout that
And there's some
that
rules.
process, I figured it out, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's cool." So then I just would
Is it
continue to do that, and now
Pause. Is that cool? Busting a nut feels cool,
I think
awesome.
it's so cool.
That's the best part. Is like being like, oh, and then being like, you fucking nut and
I gotta
keep
keep
fucking.
working.
That sucks.
yeah.
He's probably feeling something, but it's not. It's probably not like a full, calves are tight, whatever, nutterino.
All right. Well, let's hear him out, I suppose.
like I like to go 2 or 3 times in one sitting, which
Why?
one sitting might last 10 or 15 minutes, but I'll bust 3 times. But I won't orgasm 3 times, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to
got
throw
it.
that out there and see if there are any other people that have figured out how to do that, if that's
Figured it
something
out.
completely crazy, because none of my friends believe that I can do it. They don't understand how
Show 'em.
or why. or
Why
what,
is the real
what
question.
allows that to happen, but it's a fact, man. I really do it, and I think it's pretty cool. My wife doesn't mind it either,
Doesn't mind it.
so that's cool too. Also, I'm 29 years old. That might be irrelevant. I don't know, but it is what it is. It's a real fact. So just do with that what you will, I guess.
Thank you,
And
Elvis. This is a really, really
if
good
anybody else
call.
is like that. Let me know if y'all have tried it, maybe.
Sorry, in retrospect, I
Or
thought,
if you do try it, let me know how well it works.
Yeah, what
So,
point did I
thanks,
make
guys.
this along these lines?
I thought because he said he like discovered this when his wife was pregnant.
Oh,
So
I
the
see.
pregnancy
Right.
You
sex.
control F pregnant.
Can I tell you, this guy sounds a lot like Shia LaBeouf. Their voices
I
are
think
very
it's Shia
similar.
LaBeouf.
I think it might be Shia.
Maybe it's
Yeah,
Shia.
he likes
That'd be
to do
cool.
weird stuff.
The weirdest part is when he said, when your wife's pregnant,
also a
nothing
liar.
matters and there's no rules. Like, I didn't get that. That's what I thought you meant the point I made. I was like, well,
I
I didn't
kind of
say
was.
that.
I thought pregnancy came up more than it does, and I guess I've misremembered
Well, a
it
bang up
little.
job on the final call of the episode, Eldest. But I guess what he means is you could just nut inside your pregnant wife, I suppose.
Without orgasm?
Oh, that's what he meant by no rule. Because I thought he was just like coming in her face and like, punching her and
Yeah,
like all
yeah,
kinds of
yeah.
weird shit because she's pregnant. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't do that.
No.
I've had the thing where you get really close and it feels like you're going to nut and then it goes away. I have that
Sure.
every single time I have sex. But I don't think that counts as coming. Is that what he's counting?
I think, and listen, I've certainly maybe 2 times in my life nutted and like kind of been able to go very fast. He's basically talking about nutting and your dick stays hard and you get you keep fucking. To me, what's the point? The whole point is to get a nice nut off. Like,
Also, like-
especially if he says 2 or 3 times. All right, let's say 2. You're like, you know what? I was about to bust quick. I busted. I could keep fucking. But he's saying he's not even feeling the sensation.
Right.
So he's just leaking cum for no reason. I don't get the positive here,
I get-
other than like showing off jizz. You know
To
what I
who?
mean?
Like, I don't even think the woman wants to have 3 times.
Yeah, is your wife some kind of
I got
jizz
work.
fiend?
Yeah. I only want the cum and I've got hours.
I thought he was saying like no cum comes out.
No, he says cum comes
Yeah,
out.
he ejaculates.
He's
Oh,
saying
yeah.
he ejaculates and no orgasm, which to me is the worst combo.
Right. I'd
It would be
rather
much cooler to come.
orgasm without coming.
Exactly.
That would be your gift.
That would be cool. If
That's
you're
what
able to
cleanup.
fuck and be like, oh, and then keep fucking, that's cool.
That's basically what a vasectomy is, isn't it? Sort of. I
don't know. I
think
think-
the cum still comes out, but it's dead.
I think cum.
dead
I think
cum.
you can't really tell the difference.
Does it taste the
I
same?
don't, I don't think it's gritty. I think it's like a smooth. It's like without
smooth.
pulp.
Yeah. Right.
Well,
I'll call Ari.
oh
He had
yeah,
one
oh yeah. He had one probably the second he could.
a few years
Probably
ago.
when he was
yeah.
18. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. Great job, Eldest. That was an awesome call, man.
It
really
spurred some
dropped the ball.
good conversation here.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
ever since your hair went red, you're off your game.
You kind of nutted without the orgasm.
That is
Yeah.
true. That's
Yeah.
what this
Good
was.
point.
Very hype.
We got no satisfaction out of that call. That was just cum, no orgasm. Go listen, folks. Go watch the special Butthole
Please
Money
do.
on YouTube.
Share it.
Share it. Tell your friends about it. Joe has a documentary coming out.
Yeah, October 10th, New York screening. Tom Dustin, Portrait of a Comedian, and then November 9th, Town Hall. It's gonna be big. Mm-hmm. Big theater. It's gonna be a big theater. That's for sure.
Hell yeah. That's a great. That's a great. I went there once. I did a show there once. It
Yeah,
was
I'm
awesome.
excited. It's gonna be
Yeah.
fun. So come on out to that and
Great theater.
yeah.
Go see Joe. Go watch Sarah's special. We have it linked right here, and we will talk to you next time, guys. Bye bye.